Hey there everyone, today I am back at Universal Orlando Resort. Since today, I'm going to be trying to ride every single coaster around the resort. This is the Incredible Hulk Coaster, VelociCoaster, Hagrid's Magical Creatures Motorbike Adventure, Flight of Hippogriff, Rip Ride Rockit, Revenge of Mummy, and Harry Potter and the Escape from Gringotts. So, with that being said, let's go ahead and have a great day adventure. And for the first park this morning, I was thinking I would head over to Universal's Islands of Adventure. This is one of the best theme parks, in my opinion. Islands of Adventure has a total of 4 coasters. There is Hagrid's Magical Creatures Motorbike Adventure, the Incredible Hulk Coaster, Flight of Hippogriff, and last but not least, the VelociCoaster, where over at Universal Studios, there is Hollywood Rip Ride Rockit, Revenge of Mummy, and Harry Potter and the Escape from Gringotts. So let's go ahead and head over to do our first coaster, and that is the Incredible Hulk Coaster. 41st roller coaster day, it was the Incredible Hulk Coaster, an iconic opening day attraction here at Islands of Adventure that has been one of the most popular rides across the 2 parks. With this ride, you're volunteered to take part in a science experiment based on Dr. Bruce Banner's research. However, after going up the lift hill, a blast of gamma radiation changes everything. With this roller coaster, it goes up to speeds up to 67 miles per hour, has a total of 7 inversions and 2 subterranean trenches. The height requirement for this ride is 54 inches, and you will need a locker before riding, as there is metal detectors before you get inside the queue. With the ride being at 112 feet tall and the coaster getting refurbishment back in 2016, with the soundtrack composed by Patrick Stump from the Fall Out Boys, to this day, it is one of my personal favorite coasters, even if it's a bit rough. So with that being said, let's go ahead and ride the Incredible Hulk Coaster. And I just got off of the Incredible Hulk roller coaster. That was actually a walk-on because I used the single rider line. That's going to be something I'm going to try and use. The Incredible Hulk roller coaster is a classic attraction here at Islands of Adventure. It is one of my favorite coasters at the park. I think the thrills were great. I think the theming as well was pretty good. And overall, I would say this is a pretty fun and thrilling attraction here at Universal. I think with that being said, let's go ahead and move on to our next roller coaster, and that is at Jurassic Park. And that is going to be Jurassic World VelociCoaster. On our next ride is going to be for Jurassic World VelociCoaster. This is one of the latest rides come in Islands of Adventure, with the ride located at the Jurassic Park section. This is one of the most popular rides in the park, as well as one of the highest rated coasters of all time. This ride goes up to speeds of 70 miles per hour with a total of 2 launches, and it goes up to the height of 154 feet tall with a total of 4 inversions throughout the ride. With this attraction, you speed through jungle as you board your very own vehicle for a high-speed dash through the park's raptor paddock, where you feel the rush of the hunt as you race along the raptors. There's a height requirement of 51 inches, and you will need a locker before riding it. So with that being said, let's go ahead and head inside Jurassic World VelociCoaster. Got off of Jurassic World VelociCoaster. I gotta say, in terms of thrills, this is my all-time favorite coaster in Orlando. It is very intense, yet also very smooth as well. One of the things that always keeps me surprised is the last part where it goes upside down and you're very close to the water. And really with that moment, I think that's the moment that catches me off guard. I think so far, it is better than Hulk. But with that being said, let's go ahead and head over to Hagrid's Magical Creatures Motorbike Adventure. Now, quite possibly the most popular ride at Universal is Hagrid's Magical Creatures Motorbike Adventure. Located at the Wizarding World of Harry Potter, this is a multi-launch roller coaster that goes up to 50 miles per hour with a total of 7 record-breaking launches. Join Hagrid and fly into the Forbidden Forest beyond the grounds of Hogwarts Castle on a thrilling roller coaster ride that plunges into paths of some of the Wizarding World's rarest magical creatures. For the height requirement, guests must be 48 inches tall. There's also only 2 lines, a standby line and a single rider line, as unlike most roller coasters here at Universal, there is no Universal Express line due to the popularity of the ride. So, since the line can get up to 2 hours long, I decided to take the single rider line.
Don't mind the Thestrals. Dead clever and useful they are. I'll have to round up the Scroops before they set fire to anything else. They just don't know what they're doing. Oh, no, there's no need for that. The bikes will take it. Oh, and don't mind Fluffy. His barks are worse than his bites. No, don't panic. I'll just, Oh, no. Looks like you've lost power. Dragonfire's got a kick.
And I just got out of Hagrid's Magical Creatures Motorbike Adventure. I gotta say, the theming is absolutely incredible. I love the queue. I love the ride itself. I think it is very fast. It's thrilling. It's fun. It's a very unique ride where you go backwards, you drop down, but really with Hagrid's Magical Creatures Motorbike Adventure, I will say it is a near perfect ride in my opinion. This is way better than VelociCoaster, and I love VelociCoaster. But in my opinion, if I had to choose one, I'd probably do Hagrid's. As of right now, I was thinking I would get my bags, then head over to Flight of Hippogriff, and then afterwards, leave the park to head over to Universal Studios Florida. So let's go ahead and head over to Flight of Hippogriff.
Now, for one of these smaller rides here at Universal, it's going to be for Flight of the Hippogriff, originally known as the Flying Unicorn in Islands Adventure. Flight of Hippogriff is a family-friendly roller coaster where you ride through Hagrid's pumpkin patch. The minimum height requirement for this ride is 36 inches as aimed more for children, where it goes up to 29 miles per hour and is around 43 feet tall. So, with that being said, let's go ahead and ride Flight of the Hippogriff.
And I just got off of Flight of the Hippogriff. Now, Flight of the Hippogriff is a kid's coaster. However, in terms of intensity, I would say it's okay. But mainly, this is a okay coaster, in my opinion. I think I would say this is my least favorite. The weakest one so far, of course. Although, to be fair, this is a coaster that is made for kids, not for me. So I was thinking up next, I'd head out of park. So let's go ahead and head over to Universal Studios Florida. And we are now here for the second part, the second half of Universal Orlando, and that is Universal Studios Florida. This is where they have 3 coasters. There is Hollywood Rip Ride Rockit, Revenge of the Mummy, and Harry Potter and the Escape from Gringotts. So without further ado, let's go ahead and actually head over to our first roller coaster on this side of the park. And that's going to be Hollywood Rip Ride Rockit.
For the first roller coaster at Universal Studios Florida, it's going to be Hollywood Rip Ride Rockit. This is one of the most intense coasters at Universal, where it goes up to 167 feet and goes up to the speed of 65 miles per hour. This ride features interactive on-ride music, LED lighting, and on-ride photos and videos that are captured from cameras mounted in each row. There's also metal detectors where there's no loose articles allowed on the ride, as you will need a locker before riding. It is also one of, if not the scariest rides in Universal, where you go straight up 90 degrees on the lift hill, and with the ride itself, guests will need to be 51 inches or taller in order to ride the ride. There's around 5 songs in this ride, with 1 song per genre, which was a controversial move, as you can actually select your own song while riding the ride. But throughout the ride, it climbs up to 17 stories and drop down as you make your very own music video on this fast and thrilling coaster. So with that being said, let's go ahead and ride Hollywood Rip Ride Rockit.
And I made it out live from Hollywood Rip Ride Rockit. I'm not gonna lie, I am very mixed on this one. I really did not like the coaster, in my opinion. I thought it was very rough. I think there is some good to it. I think it's a very thrilling coaster, and I think it can be fun. However, in my opinion, I would not go on this ride, to be fair. Honestly, if anything, I think the newer roller coasters are a lot better than Rip Ride Rockit. Even Revenge of the Mummy is better. And I think as of right now, I was thinking we would head over to Revenge of the Mummy because that is our next ride. So let's go ahead and go into the Tombs of Revenge of the Mummy.
Revenge of the Mummy is an indoor roller coaster where you plunge high speed into total darkness, fleeing from the evil mummy Imhotep. This is set during filming of a sequel that may never be complete, filming during a real Egyptian tomb as you get to tour the entire set, exploring corridors filled with treasures. However, the curse is real and you will need to escape. With speeds that goes up to 45 miles per hour and the height of 46 feet, this is honestly one of the best rides at the park. In terms of height requirements, you need to be a total of 48 inches tall. So I think with that being said, let's go ahead and take a trip inside tombs and ride Revenge of the Mummy.
Now, Revenge of Mummy is really, I think it's probably my favorite ride actually at Universal Studios Florida, and it still remains to be my favorite attraction at the park. Now, I will say VelociCoaster is a bit better, although I think with this ride it is definitely a very fun, thrilling coaster. I will say Revenge of Mummy still holds up despite the ride opening in 2004, so almost 20 years.
For the last roller coaster day, it's going to be for Harry Potter and the Escape from Gringotts. Located at Diagon Alley, this is part roller coaster, part motion simulator with a bunch of 3D screens throughout the ride. In Escape from Gringotts, encounter Harry, Ron, and Hermione as you navigate through the perilous subterranean vaults, as you evade rats of Voldemort, Bellatrix, trolls, and other creatures that stand between you and a safe return to Diagon Alley. There's a height requirement of 42 inches, and it is the most popular ride in Universal Studios Florida. And in my honest opinion, this is one of the best rides in Universal Studios Florida. So with that being said, let's go ahead and for a final time for today, ride Harry Potter and the Escape from Gringotts.
I just got done with Harry Potter and the Escape from Gringotts. Now, this is a unique attraction. And really with Harry Potter and Escape from Gringotts, I feel like if it wasn't for the Mummy, this would definitely be my favorites around the park. However, I do think Mummy is still great, so I think with Escape from Gringotts, this is mainly an attraction I love in Universal Orlando. This is one of the must-do attractions you should do if you haven't done this already. And that's going to be it for today's video. I had a lot of fun. We went on every single roller coaster at both Islands Adventure and Universal Studios Florida. But that being said, I think that's going to be it. Until next time, thank you very much for watching, and I hope you have a great day.